Welcome to another algebra lesson. Today we're going to work on order of operations. Here's your table of contents. Let's turn to page 7, which is the very next page on the right-hand side. And in order of operations, you've probably heard PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, to help you remember that as an acronym, PEMDAS. I've listed it here as steps that you need to take. P for parentheses, E for exponents, M and D, multiply and divide, either one, whichever comes first when you go left to right. And then finally add and subtract, either one, whichever comes first when you go left to right. So off to the side, explaining what each letter represents. P for parentheses or groups. Realize that in algebra, you might have a bracket, that's a group. E for exponents. Remember, the exponent is the little number written up to the right. And in this case, 5 squared means 5 times 5 because there are two 5s being multiplied. M and D, multiply and divide. Remember, whichever comes first, left to right. And AS, add and subtract, whichever comes first, left to right. So let's take a look at some problems. Using PEMDAS, we would first work inside the parentheses. Now, when you do this, please line up your work to keep track. If you don't line up your work and bring things down, you're going to make some simple mistakes. So after P for parentheses, these are still parentheses, but there's no operation. So we would go on to E for exponents, there are none, and then MD, multiply and divide. So remember, whatever comes first, left to right. What comes first? 2 times -3 to give us -6. Remember, we're bringing others just down. And then again, we're not done. Left to right, MD, multiply and divide. -6 divided by 6 is -1. Parentheses, because you can't have two signs next to each other. That's the only reason. We're not multiplying anything. And then finally, there's only adding. Let's do another example, this time substituting values. So when we substitute values, you're replacing for the variable. We've got this expression, M times the difference of P and N, using our words from our previous lesson. I'll say it again, M times the difference of P and N. Substitute each value where it belongs. And then order of operations. We work inside the parentheses first. Using subtraction for keep, change. The -8 stays the same. Change to adding. Change to the opposite sign, which would now become a negative. And we get -13. And again, order of operations, we did parentheses. There are no exponents. Now all that's left is multiply and divide. The only thing here is to multiply, and that's it.